I am a living testimony to the correctness of the occult and esoteric doctrines of the world. I embody in myself all that has been said by the great religious teachers of the past, of whom the recent examples have been Ramakrishna or Maharishi Rama. It is a rare class, and we can at once distinguish the genuine. It's a matter of great pain for me to see the skeptical attitude of modern scientists about a phenomena that has been the most important in history in changing the direction of human thought. Christ, Buddha, Shankaracharya, Muhammad, Socrates, Zoroaster, Guru Nanak, all those great leaders who brought out radical changes in the thinking of mankind belong to this class. And it is incredible sober scientists should reject the evidence of history and not start investigation of a phenomenon that has been the cause of the greatest events in the annals of mankind. It is not difficult to distinguish a genuine prophet, a genuine mystic, or a genuine enlightened being from the false. But still, there can be tests, psychological, intellectual, and physiological, by which this distinction can be easily made.
Earlier in our conversation this afternoon, you said that this wonderful God-blessed gift that you're endowed with is something that can come to every person in lesser or higher degree if you are properly trained. And as you are aware of, today we are annually spending some $450 billion on armaments. I can well remember when we started the Manhattan Project, and we wanted we're going hand in hand with science, where you want to work with science, where you want to have this phenomena evaluated by science.
You see, the very fact that we are spending $400 billion on armaments and armies, on the mechanisms for destruction, is a clear evidence of to what I am saying, that the human mind has deviated from the right path. Millions are dying of starvation. Millions become blind because they do not have the necessary vitamins. Billions live on only one meal a day. Millions lack medicines. Millions lack education. Millions lack shelter. Millions lack food. Do you think that a sane species or a sane nation or a sane community should spend billions on weapons of mass destruction or on sending rockets into space when Earth and humanity needs every penny of these funds to be able to survive?
Frankly, I cannot understand it personally.
Our
But it used to be in America and Japan and Europe, I know, where state and religion were together, and religion misused their powers very, very much to their self-endowment.
Yes.
And that's why it was separated.
Yes. That is true. That is true. But we have to understand that at no time was a proper study or research directed on religion. The religious leaders were given a free hand, much fond of temporal power, even ecclesiastical power, and the easements that were provided for them, rather than following the footsteps of the founders of the faith. This is what has happened to science also. Scientists have become dogmatic, and they have also their vested interests now. And that love for science and scientific discovery, that selfless service is very rare now. So religion since it became dogmatic and obsessive, it needed a purging, it needed a cleansing process, as science needs today, as every human institution needs after a time, as even Indian institutions needed in their own time before they degenerated. But that was never done. On the other hand, it was just pushed aside. And our entire economy or political systems or social systems were just considered on a secular basis, on a basis where religion has no say. But religion is dealing with universal laws. In a few words, science deals with material laws. Religion deals with the laws of the spirit. We have become one-sided. We have gone too far into the material side and too far away from the spiritual side. The result is that there has become a lopsided development of our intellect. It has become a dry intellect without the sobering and the harmonizing influence of religion.
Now, do you think that our religions today, will they accept your message? Will they allow to work hand in hand with your call for more spiritual research and development?
There is no question of their neither not accepting or not believing in what I say. At present, I say, do not accept a single word of what I am writing as true. Leave it open to experiment. Make the experiments on Kundalini, which is a historical fact, a hidden doctrine mentioned in all the esoteric doctrines of the past. I say, make experiments on this in this way. If you succeed, if you feel that I am right, then give the widest possible publicity to what I say. That no prophet, no great illuminated sage had a conversation with God or communion with God. He reached only a higher dimension of consciousness. That man is destined for that higher dimension, and that there is a special mechanism in his body which nature has provided for him to accelerate and rise higher and higher into this higher dimension. That the prophets, the illuminated sages, the geniuses, the inspired people, the inspired poets, and the people with miraculous or psychic gifts have all been the products of this psychosomatic mechanism which is transferring the human brain. That we can achieve this transformation in one life. When you prove these things, then all the hidden secrets of religion will stand revealed. Why Christ was inspired, why Muhammad was inspired, why Guru Nanak was inspired, why they had miraculous powers, why they had such an eloquence like Buddha that they could fascinate and convert everyone who came into their universe to their own. It is because of this power center. Once you establish it, at once there will be a harmony among all the religions, because the source of revelation will become known.
I see. So what you are saying is really that in our modern day and age that we live in now, science and technology has become our God. And the only way for you to get your message across is by having science verify it and say that this is true and genuine, and then we can, via science, reach masses as well as religious.
Understand me clearly. I would repeat this with my last breath. What I say is that the source of revelation, the source of inspiration, the source of genius, the source of psychic powers lies in us, and that this source can become active with certain disciplines. Normally, it is dormant and idle.